not jigging. Good. A little bit molding your leg a little bit into his sides by pushing him a little bit with your calf. That's it, like that. Good. Very good. Like that. Good. And then when you're ready, transition to canter. And before you do it, know that he wants to drop the back and brace against you. So help him a little bit with a lower hand and a hand that's already in place to take action when he does that. So it's a proactive, I lost the mic, it's a proactive hand that supports a little bit, yes, and supple a little bit. And then you have to just believe in it. And even if the transition is not, what's the name I'm looking for, right away, yes, follow up and push a little bit, because he got a little hesitant. And that's your training opportunity. Very good. And a little bit that feeling of off the inner leg into the outside rein with slight position right. Good. And cantering. And cantering. Good. And cantering into the left rein, not the nose right. So the left rein is opening a little bit. Like that. Good. And right leg rides to it. On the next long side, do a single loop, like in first level test 3. Good. Good. And keep him round and connected. Good. Good. Yes. Good job. No. One more time. It's okay. That came suddenly. I didn't see that. Take your time for the transition, though. I would do the transition more in the corner and keep his neck a little bit more down and keep his neck a little right when you come over X or at X there for the moment of the counter canter. Neck a little down so his back can stay up and he doesn't swap leads. Oh, good. Right rein. Now, right rein. Better. Good job. And then once more. Very good, your corner. Good job. Very good. And right rein. And right rein. And right rein. And right rein. Very good. And into the corner if you can. Come across the diagonal with a transition to trot at X. Good job. And right leg, and right leg, and right leg. Stay with the right bend a little longer, you know. Don't let him just, the moment he turns, fall or change the bend right away. Try that one more time and scoop him a little bit more out from your inner leg through the corner. Almost turn a little later so he's waiting more on your inner leg. Down the neck, good. Down, that's okay, but keep walking, don't let him stop. Make a circle there, a volte in the corner. Good. He has to learn to go through the rein and not be, it's not that he's afraid, but he has to trust it to go through the reins. Yeah. And turn a little later on the diagonal. Turn a little later, that's right, turn later, turn around. I tell you when to turn. Don't make him look left. He has to look right and go left. That's the problem. Otherwise he doesn't know bend. So go down alongside and right eighths. And now turn. And right eighths. And now turn. And right eighths. That's how he should go on the diagonal. And then trot. But don't let him look at me. When he trots, look at me. He gets long and this happens in the front. You have to keep him a little bit more on your eights and put yourself in the saddle and say, stay on my seat by you maintaining your seat. Let him walk 1 second so he can catch his breath a little bit. Good. Yep, you can actually give him once the rein so he also gets to a little bit of reward. The mic. But your transitions have to get better and they will improve overall rideability, and then the pointers you had put down of the contact and things like that will automatically become better. Dan, could I get a water?
Yes, ma'am.
And then also that will get, let me explain a little bit, because I think you mentioned that you wanted the trot also a little better, right? So what happens is, because the connection is not quite as good, he kind of trots a little bit. If this is his mouth here, he just stays right before the contact, you know, and then he can't, the energy does not go through the door, you know, and that's what I mean by the reins in the mouth. He just has, and you can see it in the transition the most, you know, because the transition, both upward and downward, have a forward push, and he just doesn't push through the reins or through the body. And that's a very dressage-y term, right? But here we have that example, so now you can see really what that means. This horse is very nice, and he kind of has his head down, and he does a lot of things great, but that last bit of throughness is missing. And he does that also a little bit, you know, he stays right there, and then he chomps the bit, comes just a little light in the contact, and does a little bit. That jigging is also a sign of, you know, he doesn't want to push through and set that hind leg under his body and forward. So let's do a transition to the left lead canter from the walk, and try to have assisting reins. And assisting, look at me, let's talk about that before you do it. They are not like, oh, we're going to hold them here and then we're going to push with my leg through these reins. No, the reins have to be stay here and push, and stay here and push. So I don't care if you give the 8 here and he canters there. As long as you keep explaining, because if you keep the rein a little bit, he's going to say, oh, then I'm not going to canter, right? And then you're going to push. So it's a little bit, he's going to do either this or that. So encourage him and say, come, honey, I'm here. I'm not going to hold you. Dare to go through the rein. So it takes a little bit of skill, and it's an explanatory rein that helps him a little bit. And don't worry if you don't catch him, that you can't ride with that fear either, where you're like, oh my God, the transition has to be perfect. No, things happen. And you have to figure out how to make that work for you and for him. Yeah, better, good. And then follow up with a little suppling that you say, you did great. Let me have your neck just even an inch more, for example. Good. And then make the circle a little smaller from quarter line to quarter line. Very good. Very good, because your horse actually has a super canter. He just has to bring his back more up, and then you have a really, really nice canter. That's not quarter line to quarter line. Quarter line is like, yes, at least. So, and turn again. Good. And turn again. Like that. There you go. Good. And now you should have the feeling that you have to ride more. Good. And that's where you need to, that you don't just sit on top, but you get a little bit into his body. Good. And then make it bigger, just the same from that inner leg. Perfect. 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 And I love that it's step by step, gradually, so he's not drifting going bigger, but he's really stepping going bigger. And then, good, make it smaller once more. inner leg, and turning, and suppling, and giving, and good, inner leg, and give a little bit. Yeah, have those moments. The same as you take the rein, you also have to be a little bit elastic. Yeah, and riding, and that's right, and ride, yes. And now make it bigger from your inner leg. Very good. Very good. So you want to find yourself into his body and into his back, and then a single loop on the next long side. Good. Not faster. Good. And riding. And left rein. Yeah, do it on the next long side. Good. 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 Single loop, huh? Yeah. Same exercise. We always do both directions. Good. Very good. You're bent on the circle. You have much better bend now. Very good. And ride the neck round. And position him left to help him keep the lead. And left rein. And left rein. And left rein. And left rein. Good. And riding. You feel him getting strung out there on the second part? Try again. So you got to just be a little quicker in your leg aids, not faster. Whoa, 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 and riding. That's right. Ride the whoa, ride the whoa. That's it. Good job. Once more. Ride the whoa. Come in front of your leg in the more quiet tempo. That's okay. Good for you. That's good riding that you chose the circle without me having to say that. Perfect. And left rein. And start a little bit your turn. And left rein. And riding. Come, give him a little tap. Yeah, good. That's it. There you got him back. Good, and straight. Circle, and then you find the transition to trot. Very good. Very good. Love it. Good. And a transition to trot. Suppling, suppling, good. Quiet hands. Swing forward with the hands. Swing forward. So let the energy a little bit out with forward swinging hands. Inner leg into the corner. So better. Good. There you go. Let him roll like that. And sit straight. Position his head a little to the inside. Oh, better. Good. Yeah. That's a little bit more rolling, right? And his back is a little more loose, taking you. Thank you so much, Dan.
Any tea?
No, thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah.
Very good. Hands forward, down. That's right. Swing. There you go. You feel the difference? Don't pull back. That's it. Beautiful. There you go. And follow up with your leg and right back to front towards that rein. Good. Good. Little break. Very good. Yeah, give him a good pet. Very, very good. He's doing a little bit his eyes. Does he do that always? He like blinks. Let me see him one time from. Yeah. He has sweat. So you. Hi, sweetie. Are you okay? Oh. Yeah. You think he has enough? I don't want to overwork him.
Yeah, let's just give him a walk break.
Yeah.
For his age, he's pretty inexperienced in rain.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is our first clinic off the property.
Oh.
He's only done like 2 shows.
Yeah.
So
He's super sweet.
got a great time.
Yeah.
Green and sweet and
Yeah.
we really went slow because he's so big. So
Well, and that's why I don't want to overdo it, because I see he's sweating and he really he tries really hard, right? But this gives you a little bit the exercises I would do with him, and it's always easy to say, oh, more bend, but what does that really mean, right? So that's why I like guiding you a little bit through these exercises. I think in your warm-up, you can start a little bit more implementing those turns sooner. You can start in your warm-up doing 15-meter circles, meaning, do in between like a quarter line to quarter line circle and things like that. Don't just do 20-meter circle and across the diagonal. But you can start doing that. So you advance him also a little bit and you get a little bit more done in your warm-up. And the leg yields in the trot especially, you can also implement more in your warm-ups. Yeah, like just from a quarter line. Because the leg yields for when we do leg yields to get a little bit more into their rib cage and create a little bit more the understanding leg to hand, they don't have to be super sideways. They can be a long line, but a little off and a little off. The same like we did on the circle, making the circle bigger once you went smaller. And he goes tomorrow too, right? I don't know. I almost feel like it's good for him. Are you okay with that? I don't mean to cut you short, and I don't even know where we're supposed to be in time. I can look that up, but I saw him breathing a little hard, and he's sweating a lot, and I don't want him to hate this. I want him to come back tomorrow and enjoy it. Let me see. Yeah. Okay, I see. Yeah, I mean, and we got a lot done. It's not like we didn't do anything. Yeah.
Very pretty, that's great. He's also huge.
Right.
Very, his legs are he's very uncoordinated. Can be uncoordinated with his legs,
Yeah.
So slowly, carefully, get him strong.
Should we do a picture?
I would love it.
Who was doing the pictures?